Hi everyone, it's me, Professor Harmon Treblemaker, and I can't wait to see you at our very special L.O.S. Kids Concert, Tchaikovsky in New York. Ooh, I am so excited for you to enjoy this discovery guide full of activities, story time, and fun facts about the music and all our composers. If you have any questions for me, send me an email at Treblemaker@littleorchestra.org, and I look forward to seeing you at the concert hall. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, I'm Susan L.O.S. and I play the harp. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the harp. You can see I have a little harp and I have a big harp. And I'm going to show you what the differences are. The big harp is the one that I play most of the time. It has 47 strings, and you might be able to see they have color. That's so we can tell them apart. The red strings are C and the black strings are F. Now at the bottom of the harp, we have 7 pedals. See my bare feet. One for every note. So they have 3 positions. This is my A pedal. Here are some A strings. When the pedal is up, the notes are what we call A flat. I can push it down and it's A natural, and I push it again and it's A sharp. And that's how we get all the notes on the harp. Now the sound comes from what we call the soundboard. And this is the neck, and this is the column. Now, what's making these pitches change is a mechanism that runs through the neck, which is controlled by my feet. And the connection, believe it or not, is inside this beautiful, graceful column. There's 7 rods, steel rods, that go all the way from the floor up through the column and can make the mechanism go all the way through the neck. Now this little harp is called an Irish harp. It doesn't have pedals. So if we want to make different pitches, we have to do each string one at a time. Here's a C, and then I have to push this lever up, and it becomes C sharp. So it can only have 2 pitches, not 3. And it's tricky to do when you're in the middle of a piece, but sometimes we can. This is a much smaller harp. I think this one has like 36 strings or so. They come even smaller than that. And this was the type of harp that existed for a long, long time. It's mentioned in the Bible. King David played the harp. It's part of the ancient Greek culture. We had what we call an Aeolian harp. And all the folk cultures in Europe and even in Africa have some kind of small harp. Now, this harp has a very, very different sound. Ooh, fix that lever. You don't want that up right now. Listen to this. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this harp, and you're going to hear a different sound completely. So it's harp. So they're very, very, very different, and we use them for different kinds of music. So I would like to play you a little piece on this Irish harp. It actually has a name. It's called a Donegal. Donegal's a city in Ireland. I'm going to play you a version of Greensleeves. Here we go. Now, if you noticed in that piece, I did something, a slide called a glissando. You can get many, many beautiful sounds out of the harp. I'm going to show you on the big harp. We have this sliding up and down. We have a bell-like sound called harmonics. These strings sound like this. You play the harmonics. And we have something called, very fancy, près de la table, means near the sounding board. Here's the middle of the string, and here's près de la table. And sometimes we're asked to play with our nails like that, and sometimes we're asked to imitate a big gong, and it would sound like this. And many, many times we're also asked to be a drum. So it's a lot of fun to play the harp. And the reason that I love playing the harp is that you're so close to the instrument. I actually started on piano for many, many, many years before I started the harp. And on the piano, you press a key and it's connected to a long hammer that hits a string. On the harp, we're actually on the string. And by the way, we only use 4 fingers. We can't use our pinky because it doesn't reach. So I'm going to play for you a piece now that uses quite a few of these sounds. Let's see if you can pick them out while I play. It's called Autumn. It was written by my teacher, one of my teachers, Marcel Grosmark.
It's one of my favorite weeks of the year, L.O.S. Kids Concert Week. And today we have another Discovery Guide made, drumroll, just for you, featuring me, Brittany, and my handy-dandy assistant, Professor Treblemaker.
Good day, mate.
For our next concert this year, Tchaikovsky in New York, we will learn about Tchaikovsky's life, learn about a very special instrument, listen to music together, and work on a fun, super-duper surprise activity. What do you say? Are you ready to learn together? All right, let's go. Tchaikovsky was born in 1840 in Russia, and he is known as being one of the most popular Russian composers of all time. And at the age of 4, Tchaikovsky composed his first piece, a song written with his younger sister, Alexandra. Have you ever written your own song?
I once made up a song about macaroni and cheese with ketchup.
What? You made up a song about macaroni and cheese and ketchup? That kind of sounds tasty. Well, guess what? You and our guest composed music, so you're a composer, just like Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky started piano at the age of 5. Can I see your little piano hands? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And continued taking lessons with a teacher in his free time. He must have practiced a lot to become so good at it. Now, they didn't have music classes in school until Tchaikovsky was in college. But luckily, St. Petersburg Conservatory opened up around the same time that he was ready to go to college, and he had the chance to be one of the first students to attend. Now, a music conservatory is a place where you can go to study, train, and research music all day long. Now, how fun does that sound? I went to a conservatory, and I think Professor Treblemaker did too.
And so did I, the Treblemaker Vivaldi Conservatory of Music and Old-Fashioned Texas Barbecue Stand.
Oh yes, I remember Treblemaker Vivaldi Conservatory of Music and Old-Fashioned Texas Barbecue Stands. I think some of our listeners who went to our Vivaldi concert last year might have graduated from that school as well. I think it's a great school. Although Tchaikovsky has written for many different groups of instruments, among some of his most notable works are his ballets. Ballets are where music and dance come together, and you will get to see lots of dancers in this concert. How about we listen and learn about one of his famous ballets that you will get to hear in the concert? This ballet is called Sleeping Beauty, and it tells the story of a king and a queen who survived the 100-year sleep. And then they get to celebrate the marriage of their daughter to a prince. All right, so for the first time, we're just going to get to listen to the music. This is a waltz from Sleeping Beauty. Here we go. So calm. I feel like I can sway to the music. Can you imagine dancers on the stage? Beautiful. All right, so I thought with this music, we can do a couple of different things. The first thing we're going to do is try to conduct along to the music. To do this, you need your own baton. And I have a couple of options for you. Option number 1, handy dandy finger. Let's see you conduct with your finger. Great. Option number 2, pen, pencil, crayon, marker, anything you can scribble with. Awesome. Next, option number 3. I thought about a spoon would do the trick. You could do it from this end or this end. This makes a good little handle. Great. Option number 4. Super excited about this option. option number 4 is, what about a lightsaber? Could we conduct with a lightsaber? One. Actually, this one might be a bad option because I could poke the camera. Poke. Very cool. Not great as a conducting baton. All right, and then option number 5, I thought I would use my Harry Potter wand. I really like this one. I thought this one made me feel super fancy and also a little magical. So you can pause the video and go find your very own special conducting baton and then come right back. All right, so I have my super duper magical baton and we are going to conduct Sleeping Beauty together. This is a waltz that is in 1. So all we need to do is go 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, let's just go for it and see what happens. All right. Here we go. Ready? 1, 1, 1, 1. You're doing it. Good job. Get quieter. Louder. 1, 1. Awesome. Great job conducting. I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes when a conductor wants you to be quiet, they get really close. They make smaller movements. To get louder, we make bigger movements. All right, how about we level it up? I thought we could play along to the music this time instead of just conducting. So we just conducted the big beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But do you hear those 2 3s that I'm singing? Those are what we're gonna tap out. So you need to pause the video and go find 2 things that you can hit together. Preferably something a little soft because this music is very soft and calm. I'm going to use 2 spoons because I like how they sound. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can find whatever you want. Just make sure your parents are very okay with you hitting them together. All right, pause the video and go find your musical instruments. All right, welcome back. All right, let's get to playing. So I'm just gonna play the music and we're going to tap along. Hop in when you feel very comfortable and ready to go. It's gonna go a little fast. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 3, 3. Good job! Also, if that's a little fast for you, you could also just do the big beat like that you were conducting. Let's see what that sounds like. 1, 2. Great job! All right, now, time to level up another time. This is our final time. So we've conducted the music, we've played along to the music, and since this is a ballet, I thought, how about we dance to the music? I'm going to do this from my chair, but you can just listen, push your chair away, and dance to whatever makes your heart happy. Or you could do like me and just use your arms. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna improvise. I hope you had fun dancing along to Sleeping Beauty. All right, later in Tchaikovsky's life, he moved out to the country where he would read, walk around the forest, compose music, and play piano duets with his friends. Oh, I just love getting to play music with friends.
It's fun fact time! Mushroom collecting was one of Tchaikovsky's favorite hobbies while on his daily walks.
You were right, Professor Treblemaker. He loved mushroom collecting. The forest near his country home had lots of mushrooms and beautiful gardens. This brought him lots of joy, and this environment helped inspire many of his famous works, including his ballet, The Nutcracker. Tchaikovsky's melodies are unforgettable and have stuck in my memory since I first heard his music in school. And I think Tchaikovsky's music gives us something to dance to and to celebrate with other people. I believe he can teach us that although people didn't immediately love his music when it was first performed, he kept working on it and never giving up. This really paid off in the end because now his music can be heard in concert halls every year, everywhere. Thank you so much for learning about Tchaikovsky with me. Stick around for more fun activities. Bye!
Hi guys, I'm Kevin and I am 8 years old and I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I have a special assistant with me. Hello, I'm Freddie and I will be helping you with Kevin's tutorial. Okay, the first thing that you're going to need is a square piece of paper. But those of you that don't have a square piece of paper, just follow the instructions. First, you are going to make a diagonal fold like this. See? And then, see this line? This line right here. You're going to cut on that line and you are going to get a square. But anyways, let's get to the swan. So what you're going to do is put the side that you want the color to be up, okay? And then you're going to take this corner and fold it down like so. If you need extra time, you can always pause the video. So, just so you know, you can pause the video any time you want. And now that you have it like this, you are going to make a diagonal fold up. So it's like this. Now you are going to flip it over and repeat the thing on the same side. Next, you are going to unfold that. Next, turn it over. And then you are going to have this, and you see these flaps over here, and you see that line? You do not want this crease to cross that line. So you are going to put it just the crease just on that line. Like this. Once it is like this, you are going to go like this. You will make a fold down. Then you are going to unfold. And when you see this fold, you are going to line that fold with the bottom crease. And then you're going to rotate it so it looks like this to you. And then you are going to fold it in half so it looks like this. And you want this to be a little down, so you're going to grab the top and move it down a little bit. So there is a little sprig up here. Okay, just reminding you, you can pause the video whenever you like. Now you have like this really cool mouse shape. So you are now going to take these flaps and line this crease up this crease. Next, you are going to turn it over and repeat the step that you just did. Then, turn it over. Now it looks even more like a mouse because it has these ears. But just as a thing, there is these things in the middle. What do you think these are? What do you think? Are they the back feathers? Are they the front feathers? Are they going to become the head? Who knows? Let's find out. So what you're going to do is you are going to make a diagonal fold to make it look even more like a mouse. Looks even more like a mouse. I'm saying we are not making a mouse, okay? So you're going to make like a tail, typically, and you're going to unfold. This is a hard fold, but you are going to open this up and you are going to open the bottom up and make this go over this. So it looks just like we folded it, but much harder fold, and now it's much sturdier. So now you got your little mousey, and then you're gonna make a inside reverse fold down here. So it's like the neck of the swan is over here. So now we know what this part is. These are gonna be the back feathers. This is going to become the neck and the head of our swan. So now what you're going to do with this is you're going to do another inside reverse fold. And then do a crease this way. Then you're going to do an outside reverse fold. So it looks like this. And then we're not done yet. Then we're going to make the mouth. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold a lot of the tip inside, but don't keep it there. We're going to fold some of it back out. So, we're going to fold it back out. Now we have like a beak type thing. But now, on the back feathers. So, usually swans have like ruffled up back feathers. So, let's ruffle up some back feathers. So, like, you are going to fold this down over it. You want it to like give it some dimension, like that. So it looks like that. Yeah. So they just hang down on the bottom. So let's lift them up a little bit. You still want them to be down a little, but still, you want them to be up a little bit too. And then you're going to take the big ones and like this. Now, you got a beautiful swan. Thank you for watching. And have fun teaching your friends if you want. Bye!
Hi everyone! Welcome back to Story Time with the Little Orchestra Society and me, Jordan. Today's book is The Story Orchestra, Swan Lake, illustrated by Jessica Courtney Tickle. All right, this book has music in it similar to our last discovery guide, so see if you can pinpoint a favorite section of music when you hear it. Let's get started. Swan Lake. This is the story of a prince, a swan princess, and an evil sorcerer. It all begins in a woodland clearing far, far away. It is Prince Siegfried's 21st birthday, and he is playing games with his friends. His mother, the queen, arrives. She tells him he needs to find a wife and start looking after the kingdom. He dreams of running away. Siegfried storms off from the party. Suddenly, he spies a flock of swans flying overhead. They are so graceful and mesmerizing that he follows them into the woods. He has never ventured this far from home before. One swan in particular leads the flock. Her wings sparkle with stardust and her feathers glow as if by magic. Siegfried comes to a halt among the trees. The leaves sway in the evening breeze, parting to reveal glimpses of a shimmering lake. The swans gather around the water and, as the sun sets, they become more and more lifelike. The lake seems to hum with music, and 4 of the little cygnets begin to dance. Night falls fast, and the most beautiful swan of all transforms into a human. Pause for a second. Have any of you ever seen a swan before? Or if you haven't, do you have a favorite animal that you think is particularly beautiful? Welcome to Swan Lake, she says. We don't get many visitors. I am Princess Odette. I have been cursed to turn into a swan by day and return to my natural form at night. Only a promise of true love can break this awful curse. Who did this to you? Siegfried cries. His name is Rothbart, an evil sorcerer. He can shapeshift into an owl. Brr, brr. Siegfried feels sad. He has never seen anyone so beautiful in his life. He asks Odette to dance, but Rothbart is watching them. Rothbart sees that the couple are starting to fall in love. It cannot be. He appears from his hiding place and casts a spell on the swans to make them dance. The swans twirl into a flurry and separate Odette from Siegfried. The pair search frantically for each other. Come to my party tonight at the castle, Siegfried shouts as he is carried out of the woods. Siegfried returns to the palace where his mother is throwing him a party to find a wife. Look at how beautiful this party is, everyone. Have you ever had a favorite birthday party before? Did it look something like this? Even if it didn't, I bet it was really fun. He watches the other guests dance, but he doesn't feel much like dancing. He wishes Odette was there. Suddenly, he spots her. Or at least someone who looks like Odette arriving. She is wearing a glittering black dress and is approaching the ballroom. There is something different about her, but Siegfried is too excited to notice. The pair dance and spin, and Siegfried proposes marriage. But it is an awful trick. The woman he has been dancing with is Rothbart's daughter, Odile. Odile and Siegfried are now cursed to be married forever. Odette is at the window and has seen everything. She can't believe her eyes. As she flees, her heart breaks. Odette is beside herself. Now Siegfried has promised his love to another. The curse cannot be broken. But Siegfried runs after Odette. He explains the trick and promises Odette she is the one he loves. Siegfried has an idea. They hatch a plan to defeat the evil sorcerer once and for all. Rothbart must be stopped. Rothbart arrives in the woods, but Odette has lined up her army of swans. The swans chase Rothbart through the maze of trees to the slippy ground by the water's edge. He loses his balance and falls into the Swan Lake. His powers dissolve. Powerless, grumpy, and soaking wet, Rothbart is cursed to spend the rest of his life as an owl, accompanied by his daughter, Odile, as a swan. Rothbart and Odile fly off into the sky. It is now streaked with shades of orange and peach, a warning sign that dawn is coming. But for the first time in many sunrises, Odette remains human. The curse has been lifted. She hugs Siegfried and they walk, hand in hand, back to the castle, ready to begin their lives together. The end. Wow, what an adventure Swan Lake is. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all liked the music, and I hope you all liked the story. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Until next time, bye!
Guys, this is me. Aha!
Fun facts about our
It's okay.
Concert week. And today we have another discovery guide made.
Hello! I'm more than just hands.
Now I am just hands.
seeing you at the concert hall. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.